My family, hi, welcome to yet another one. So we have some urgent prophetic words from Brother Brandon, and also he's going to be reacting to some news that has been coming out, spanning from aliens, Ebola virus, and some of the stuff that has to do with AI. Let's get into it.
There's many people that are still asleep. There's many people that are not looking for his return. And we know Jesus Christ is coming sooner than later. You see it every day you click on the news or somebody saying something that is an acceleration of the end time. I believe with all my heart for what the Lord has showed me, in my opinion, about the virus coming in fall of 2027. Fall, late fall, November, December, January, February, March, April, all that time frame. To be another kind of a COVID event, trying to manipulate the elections, trying to shake things. I saw a major breakout of another kind of a virus. We're seeing birthing pains of it right now, as you see the people talking about Ebola.
Now, the World Health Organization has declared an Ebola outbreak in the Democratic Republic of the Congo a public health emergency of international concern. Nearly 90 deaths have been recorded so far, and medical experts say that the current strain of the virus has a particularly high mortality rate. Well, the country's health minister said that there is currently no vaccine or specific treatment available. Dr. Samuel Roger Kamba says many of those who died didn't seek professional medical care and instead sought help from places of worship. Almost 2,300 people died in Congo between 2018 and 2020, and WHO says this current outbreak does not meet the criteria of a pandemic. Well, Professor Raina McIntyre is the head of biosecurity programme at the University of New South Wales, and she spoke to me earlier.
DRC had a very big outbreak, as you've mentioned, in 2018, and that was a Zaire strain of Ebola. This outbreak is a different strain, and it's not as severe as the Zaire strain, but so far there seems to be about a 30% death rate, which is still incredibly high. It also means that there's no drug or vaccine for this particular Ebola strain, which, for the Zaire strain, we do have a vaccine and experimental vaccine and drugs. So I think all of that, and the outbreak kind of came out of the blue. We suddenly heard about it on Friday, and all of a sudden there were 246 suspected cases. It really came out of the blue. So it seems to have been identified quite late. Only 8 confirmed cases to date, and I think that just reflects the low diagnostic capability. But very worryingly, we've seen spread to Uganda and to Kampala, and also to Kinshasa, which is at the other end of DRC. So, and then there's South Sudan, also close to the border of this part of DRC. So there is a concern about spread to neighbouring countries, but also internationally through travel. Hopefully, though, it won't get big enough for that to be a major issue. In 2014, with the unprecedented West African Ebola outbreak, we did see travel-related cases occur all over the world, but that was enormous. There were, about 28,000 cases altogether 12 years ago.
I said it will be similar to the Black Death. This is President Trump's comment on Ebola today.
Well, thank you very much. Go ahead, Ebola. Ebola, you said Ebola.
Yeah. Should Americans be concerned about Ebola?
Yeah, I'm concerned about everything, but certainly am. I think that, it's been confined right now to Africa, but it's something that has had a breakout. Including the co-founder of Cost Plus Drugs, Mark Cuban.
Today we do have an announced today at the press briefing. There is an American that is symptomatic and has tested positive for it's the Bundibuja virus, a strain of Ebola. That American, as well as 6 other high-risk contacts, are going to be taken out of that region and taken to Germany. We want to thank our German counterparts. That is an internationally recognized location for viral hemorrhagic fever treatments. So we're very grateful that they would take them. It's a significantly shorter flight time for Americans to receive treatment there in Germany. For all other Americans, we have issued travel warnings. We have instituted just today entry restrictions for non-U.S. citizens that have been in the region in the past 21 days. So in Uganda, Democratic Republic of Congo, and South Sudan. The Bundibuja virus, a strain of Ebola. Right now, there are no cases of Ebola in America. We want to keep it that way, and we are doing everything we can to support Americans in the region.
Everything else, I mean, you want to have proof of citizenship, you want to have a voter ID, you want to have all.
And they're talking about all these plagues and the pestilence and all these things. Jesus told us in Matthew 24 we would see it. So are we supposed to be in shock and awe when we hear about these things? No. We know our redemption is drawing nigh.
So my family, according to him, he's actually saying that there is hantavirus, there is Ebola virus, but what the Lord showed him was a virus that is gonna, a pandemic that is gonna be coming towards the end of 2027, going into 2028 to disrupt or to cause some certain distraction, especially, towards the 2028 elections. So that's what he actually said. So he said this virus that you're seeing are sort of like, a bit of dress rehearsal, so to say. So that is according to him. And moving on to something he also said about aliens.
I saw medical science. I saw doctors with white robes on, with their stethoscopes in hospitals, finding with AI, doing it and programming this in AI that was finding cures for major diseases like Alzheimer's, dementia, things with the brain, cancers, diabetes, all kinds of things were being resolved and completely eradicated by AI technology.
And he also took time to comment about this prophecy released years back. So he was actually tying it into some of the stuff that is actually coming out in the news recently.
I believe this is the pre-run for what's about to come. I don't believe that we're there yet. Then I thought this was interesting. J.P. Morgan's, he's saying what we saw in the spirit concerning the cure for cancer coming. It's coming out of AI.
I believe that 30 years from now, a lot of people, your kids are probably working 3.5 days a week. They'll probably live to 100, and a lot of the diseases that afflicted a lot of us, they won't get. There'll be cures to cancer. Cars will be safer, planes will be safer, life will be better, you can hike more, do all the things
You're talking about the Jetsons from the 1960s. Walter Cronkite anchored a special about how the future that we're living in right now was supposed to be what you're saying.
No, this is going to happen. I mean, the world is getting very productive. AI is going to do that. AI is going to cure cancers. It's going to come with better materials. It'll stop a lot of car crashes. And so I think that is happening, okay? It's going to happen.
The people would embrace AI instead of push it away. Because they would bring out things that would attract you and be like, hey, it's our friend. And that's what they were after. It's our friend.
So in saying all this, he's saying that, people need to be very, very careful of the coming deception and all that. So that's what you actually had for you, my family. This was just a short one. I will be updating you if there's any other thing that I actually find, Yes. Like, share, comment, subscribe. God bless you.
Opening a door for trust. You see, it's not bad. You see, it's a friend. Keep feeding it information. So as people become familiar and accustomed to this new AI, this new digital era of time, a new industrial revolution, people become familiar with it. And the Lord allowed me, and I could see that they found more about portals with the Nephilim that they are talking about. I saw things that were very demonic. Talking to demonic spirits through witchcraft, but using it as modern science.